So what is the Snippet Challenge? Over the years, I've written tons and tons of musical ideas, and I've been putting off turning them into real pieces until now. I've been doing a little research into speed composing and decided to make a challenge out of my problem. So the challenge is you take a short instrumental idea, write one or two contrasting sections, plug them into a formula, and try to finish writing this song in one sitting. So I'm going to demonstrate how to use or how to do this challenge by using some of my original music. So feel free to use it as a starting point, but give me credit if you plan on selling your song. So I'm going to play for you a couple little snippets that I have, and in the video I'll kind of break down what's in them to give you an idea of what to do with the snippets in your B section and possibly C section. One, two, three, four. So for the first snippet, we've got to find out where the tempo is. So do 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 do. So if you type in tap tempo in Google, there's a little utility in your browser you can use to find out what that tempo is. So I found it to be 70 beats per minute. So to figure out the time signature, how many beats are in each measure, just count along to 2, 3, or 4, sometimes 5, sometimes 6, sometimes 7. But 2, 3, or 4 are going to be your best bets. So let's try 4. So it's definitely in 4/4. The chords are G, D, C, and D, and that puts it in the key of G major. If you don't know how to figure that out, comment below and I'll walk you through it. So the rhythm, I think, is the most important part here. 1, and E4. 1, and E4. So hopefully that's not too blurry. So the reason the rhythm is important is you want to keep rhythmic continuity throughout your piece, but also you might want to create contrasting rhythm directly against it in your B or C section. And the next little idea, do 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 do. So that's about 100 beats per minute using that tap tempo app. The time signature is 4. Do 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 do. All right. The key is A minor. The reason I know that is the notes are A, C, E, F, and G sharp. The only key signature that has those notes and where G sharp makes sense is the key of A minor. If you want to talk more about that, comment below. And finally, the rhythm, the rhythmic notation here. I really encourage you to try to write it out in rhythmic form, at least with the ands and the numbers below. You can see that it's a lot of eighth notes, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and. So hopefully that's not too blurry. Now that we know what's in our snippets, it's time to talk about what forms we can put them in. So the first form I want to talk about is called ternary form. So you've got your A section, then a B section, which is contrasting, and then you go back to the A section, so it's kind of rounded off. It's like introduction, body, and then the outro, which is a conclusion, which is very much like your introduction. So it's got that essay form. So your A section is going to be built by taking your snippet. My first one was only 2 bars long. I could easily turn it into 4 bars just by repeating it. And you can do little variations. Melodically, you can go up or down, and go up instead of down, but keep the same chords. You can throw in some other chords. I recommend keeping the harmonic rhythm how you start. So there's 2 chords per bar in the first one. So I would keep that at least through the A section. So the B section, once again, the harmonic rhythm, you might want to change it. So you can either add a chord per bar, so you can make it 3 or even 4 chords per bar, but that's a lot. So I recommend maybe trying just 1 chord per bar, so it would feel a lot slower. G, D, E minor, B minor. That could work. I also recommend starting a contrasting section on a different chord. So you might not want to go back to G. So since the little snippet we have ends on D, go to E minor, B minor. Also going from a major to a minor chord adds even more contrast. So, and we also talked about the rhythm of the section, so you can decide if you want to keep rhythmic continuity by just taking a little piece of the rhythm of the A section and repeating it, or going from there, creating variations, or literally keeping the rhythm of the A section. You could also kind of work against it, so where the rhythm is so we got a syncopated 16th note thing, which doesn't have a very definite, it has a definite pulse, but most of the hits don't land on the beat. So maybe you want to create something that has a more solid sense of beat, like bum 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 ba da ba da da bum 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 ba. So now we've got most of the notes landing on beats, or right in between them, instead of a floating syncopation. So if writing just a simple ABA form isn't enough, try adding a C section. So the form I'm deciding to use for my challenge is ABA CBA. So the C section is like a bridge. You only get it once, and it's right in the middle of the song. But the form we have, ABA CBA, still has a nice rounded ternary feel. There's 3 sections, but the ABA has that rounded feel, and then from the bridge to the B to the A gives you that rounded off complete feeling where you have an introduction and an outro, which create unity and tie the song together. So tips for writing the C section: it's got to come out of the A section and be yet another contrast from the B section. So we want to have connection from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. So the C section takes you to a different, even more different place. So think of other ways to vary what you didn't do in the B section, do that in the C section. So I feel like approaching snippets this way forces you to make a lot of musical decisions. It allows you to explore different rhythmic variations, harmonic variations, and melodic variations, and I'm really curious to hear what you come up with. So comment below, respond with some videos, and ask me questions to see how the challenge is going. I'll probably post some updates in the coming weeks. So thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this.